Section 2.1 Interactive Assignment Objective 2. Over the course of a decade, a certain police department issued 158.5 thousand speeding tickets. The ages of males and females who received tickets are shown below. We're going to use this information to answer parts A through C. So the first column we have the age groups: 16 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, 46 to 55, and then greater than 56. The next column is males in thousands. The next column is female in thousands. So what we want to do is construct a relative frequency distribution of the males who received tickets. And then we're going to round the answers to 3 decimal places. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to find the total amount for the males. So we need to add up these values to find the total. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So we're going to take 28.0 plus 19.3 plus 15.4 plus 7.4 plus 12.4. And that gives us a total of 82.5. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to take each amount that is our relative frequency. So for the 16 to 25 age group, there's 28 of them. So we're going to take 28.0 and then we're going to divide that by 82.5. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to take 28.0, divide that by 82.5, and then we get, I'm going to go 4 decimal places, so we're going to go 0.3393. So 0.3393, and they want us to round that to 3 decimal places. So this is our rounding digit, and this is our testing digit. So the 3 tells us that we need to keep the 9 the same, so therefore it's 0.339. So we get 0.339. Okay, the next age group is 26 to 35, and we have 19.3. So we're going to take 19.3 and we're going to divide that by 82.5. Okay, so let's see what happens when we do that. So we get 19.3, divide that by 82.5, and we get 0.2339. So 0.2, go look at that again, 339. Well, this is our rounding digit and this is our testing digit, so that means we need to round up for the 3. So therefore, we have 0.234. So we have 0.234. Okay, the next value is the age group of 36 to 45 is 15.4. So we're going to take 15.4, we're going to divide that by 82.5. Let's go ahead and see what we get there. So we have 15.4, divide that by 82.5, and that gives us 0.1866. So 0.1866, and again we're rounding to the nearest 3 decimal places. So this is our testing digit, or excuse me, our rounding digit, and this is our testing digit. So the 6 tells us that we need to round up, so we're going to end up with 0.187. So 0.187. Okay, the next value we have 7.4, and we're going to divide that by 82.5. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have 7.4 divided by 82.5, and that gives us 0.0896. 0.0896. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. So we have to round up. Now, if we round up, that means this 9 becomes a 0, and then we got to round up the 8. So that means we're going to end up getting 0.090. So 0.090. Then our last one is 12.4, and we're going to divide that by 82.5. So we're going to take 12.4, divide that by 82.5, and then we get 0.1503. So 0.1503. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. Well, the 3 tells us to keep that 0 the same, so we have 0.150. 0.150. So let's go ahead and put this into our question here. Okay, so putting in our answers, we have 0.339, 0.234, 0.187, 0.090, and 0.150. So let's check our result, and therefore there is our answer. Okay, now we want to be able to construct the relative frequency distribution of the females who receive tickets. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do now is we need to find the total amount for the females. Okay, so that means we're going to add all these up to give us our total. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to take 22.4 plus 17.3 plus 15.5 plus 8.2 plus 12.6. And that gives us 76.0. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take each value in the female column and divide it by the total. So we know that we have 22.4, and we're going to divide that by 76.0, or just 76 since it is just a 0, so we can leave it as 76. So let's go ahead and do that. We got 22.4, and then we're going to divide that by 76 to 4 decimal places, 0.2947. So 0.2947. Now remember, we're writing that to 3 decimal places. So therefore, this is our rounding digit, this is our testing digit. Since it's above 5, we need to round that up. So therefore, we get 0.295. So we have 0.295. Okay, the next value in the 26 to 35 is 17.3. So we're going to take 17.3 and divide that by 76. So 17.3, divide that by 76, gives us 0.2276. So 0.2276. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. The testing digit is 5 or more, which means we need to round up. So we get 0.228. So 0.228. Okay, the next age group is 36 through 45, and that is 15.5. So we're going to take 15.5 and divide that by 76. So 15.5, divide that by 76, gets us 0.2039. 0.2039. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. This number 9 tells us to round up. So therefore we have 0.204. So 0.204. The next number is 8.2 for the next age group. We're going to divide that by 76. So 8.2 divided by 76 gives us 0.1078. 0.1078. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. We're going to round up. So it's 0.108. 0.108. Okay, the last number in our females is greater than 56, so we have 12.6, and we're going to divide that by 76. And so therefore, we're going to take 12.6, divide that by 76 to give us 0.1657. 0.1657. This is our rounding digit. This is our testing digit. Testing digit tells us to round up, so we have 0.166. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those values in to check. So for the 16 to 25, we have 0.295. For the next one, we have 0.228. The next one, we have 0.204, 0.108, and 0.166. And let's check our result. And there is our answer. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to construct a side-by-side relative frequency bar graph. And we're going to choose the correct graph below, where in each age group, in the left bar represents males and the right bar represents females. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to construct a side-by-side relative frequency bar graph. And we're going to make the height of each bar equal to the relative frequency of each category, and in each age category will have 2 bars. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the 16 through 25. Okay, so let's take a look at 0.339. So if you round it to 2 decimal places, it'd be actually 0.34. So if we draw our bar graph, we're going to go all the way up to approximately 0.34. And then we're going to draw our bar graph. Okay. And then over to our right for the female group, 16 to 25, we have 0.295, which is approximately 0.30. So that means approximately right at 0.30, we're going to have the female group. So let's go ahead and then just color that in so we know which one's which. So therefore, this represents the male group. And then we have the female group here. Okay, so that's the side-by-side that we started. Okay, next. Now we want to be able to look at the next age group, which is 0.234 for the males. So that would be about 0.23. So we're going to come up here to approximately 0.23. That might be a little bit too high. It's about approximately almost at 0.25. So just a little lower there, 0.23. Okay, and then for the females, it's approximately 0.228. So it's pretty close to 0.23. So it's just right there. And then let's go ahead and then highlight that. So there is the female, and then we have our male there. Okay, next, we now want to make sure that we do the next age group, which is 36 to 45 with 0.187, so it's approximately 0.19. So it's really close to 0.2. So there is 0.2. And then the age group 36 to 45 is 0.20. So 0.204. So that's going to be up here. So therefore that's going to represent the female group. So let's go ahead and fill that in. Okay, next age group we have 46 to 55, and it's 0.09 for the male. So 0.09 for the male. and for the female 0.108, which is about 0.11. So we're going to go up above that just a little bit. And so let's go ahead and fill that in. So there's the female on the right, and then we have males there. Okay, and then our last one, we have greater than 56, and for the males it's 0.15. So it's right up here in the middle. And for the female, 0.166, which is about 167 or 0.177. So we're going to kind of go up just a little bit more for the female. Okay, and so let's go ahead and do that. So let's fill that in. And then let's go ahead and do the other one there. So there is our side-by-side graph. And now let's go ahead and take a look at our question so we can determine which one of these is it going to be. Okay, so if we take a look at the first one here, okay, we can see that the blue is a little bit higher. Now, if we look at this part here, the 36 to 45, the males is higher than the females, but the females is higher than the males. So let's take a look at this one here. This looks almost correct here. Okay, this one looks about the same. This one here, that one, so it could be B. Okay, let's take a look at C. Well, it's not C because this one's smaller, so let's check B. And that is our result.